All right, I thought I'd do one of those silly unboxing videos. So this right here came from the Game Crafter today. This is my sample that I ordered. I rush ordered. It was a lot more expensive than what you're gonna pay for yours because you're not gonna rush order yours. But I wanted to check out and see what this thing is gonna look like with the box and the wipey sheet, you know, the adventure sheets that you can use to dry erase and all that. So let's take a look and see what they sent us. Here we go. All right, so here we are. Fortress of Terror. Good, the print came to the corner really nicely. All right, and here you'll see how the lid comes down over like that. Okay, let's look at the back, shall we? Ooh, that turned out nicely. Okay. All right. Well, let's open it up and see what we have. Look, it's even got shrink wrap. Well, let's take that off and see what we've got here. All right. So we take the box off. All right, so look at the box. It has a linen finish on it. Okay, it's UV treated, so you know it's got that little bit of glossy feel, but it's also linen finish. So it's a really nice box, and the heft is good. All right, now the stuff in this box, before I go any further, is not what's coming in your box. I did not order an exact replica of what you'll be getting, because I didn't want to pay for all that, first of all, because some of that stuff I already own, some of the dice, some things like that, because I had to pay practically double for every component here in order to get this rush ordered. So I was being, I didn't order everything, but I ordered things that were new and different to me so that I could check them out and make sure that they were going to be adequate for the game and that you would be pleased with what you got. So check the paper. All right, so we've got, I ordered one of their, this is one of their erasable, dry erase markers that Game Crafter produces, and it has this little eraser on the end. I got one just to check it out and see what it's like. Maybe we'll check that out in a minute. Cards, we'll look at those here too in just a minute and see how they printed up and if I need to make any adjustments with those files. All right, so let's see. Here's a rule book. Nice. This is your basic rules here. Okay, then we have our rule book for Fortress of Terror. Wow, look at that. The colors just pop. Looks really good on this paper. Okay. Rulebook's great, except for that little strip I'll have to fix later before we send up the final ones there. Laser cut components. Yes, it does. All right. Yeah, this is a Game Crafter thing. They put it in everything because they use their laser cut for all of their, when they're cutting out like their chipboard, their tokens, things like that. And so some of their things have this little bit of a campfire-y smell. Of course, it goes away. I know that for a fact because I made a game several years ago using them, and it went away, no problem. But it actually smells kind of nice, honestly. But it doesn't have that inky smell that you get from some of the others. Let's see here. All right, now this right here, now see this has this little piece right here. This is in lieu, just think it's like a punch board that automatically is already sort of punched out. Because what this is it is a UV treated cardstock, basically, for your adventure sheet. Now that feels fantastic. And the colors look really good on that. I know you can't tell as well as I can, but this looks really rich. Colors are rich. Okay, good. Format of the file that I uploaded looks good. It's not cut off or any of that kind of thing. How's the back look? So far, first initial looks good. Yeah. So now, here's a little test. Let's try out the marker. Let's see if it's any good. Now it's about $1.20 something, I think, for these markers through GameCrafter. So I didn't want to put one into your box set if it was bad quality. I don't know. But let's see. Oh no, it's actually pretty good. We start here and we're gonna move and we move and we move. How's the eraser? Let's find out. Erases nicely. I almost thought that was a mark. It's actually a rock. It's decorative. Wow, look at that. And you could play this over and over and over on this one sheet using your dry erase marker. I mean, that's a good marker. That's not bad. I'll probably include it in the set because there are, I would say, a majority of people, from just the research I've done, people like to have everything in the box they need to play the game. Nothing missing. Now, you'll notice there are no dice in here. That's because I did that on purpose. I have dice. I didn't want to pay for extra dice for a rush shipment. So, but this is great. Winner there. Rulebook quality, winner there. I'll fix that. Quality here. This one turned out really nicely. Now let's take a look at the cards finally here. See what we've got. Okay, now I ordered for these cards. They're UV treated and they're also linen finish. Okay, so they have that linen finish. You can see the linen when you turn it to the light and you see it looks like little lines coming across. That's a linen finish. It just gives it a really nice feel. Okay, let's look at the cut and let's just make sure these are, oh, they mixed them up, didn't they? They're all kind of mixed up here. That's actually for Temple of Despair, but I ordered it for myself because I didn't have a printed card for Temple of Despair yet. So some of those. Oh, Halophane card. All right, look at this. Morphing Rod, Eagle Feather. These cards feel fantastic. So story cards that you get are going to look like this. So you'll make your little deck of story cards, right? And then for each module. Now, it's not on the back. And one of the playtesters mentioned that, or proofreaders mentioned that it wasn't on the back of the card, which could make it difficult to sort. Oops. But the reason I didn't put it on the back, was because I'm trying to create flexibility so that in the future, when we are expanding the game system, you could potentially have, if we wanted to, have a story deck that was mixed from different modules. So that, like, you could mix all the fantasy story cards together, for example. Things like that. So I just wanted to kind of have that flexibility. If you put it on the back, then suddenly you know, oh, that's a Fortress of Terror one, you know, and that would kind of ruin your immersion. So not knowing what's on the back side of that, suddenly it's a sci-fi card, you know, because all the sci-fi will probably have this too, just to keep it, and all the modern. All right, and that's the back of the companion card. Okay, Halophanes. But I hope this was interesting to you. I think this looks fantastic on the whole. I'm very pleased with this. This is a first try to print this game through them. So things are looking great. And I hope that you all will be interested in ordering a copy of this when we do the crowdfunding campaign on the Game Crafter, because I think you'll be very happy with this. And look at the depth of the box. Look how many rule books and game mats for all the other modules you could fit in here, in addition to all the cards. That's why I went with this size box. That's why I went with this larger size of everything, is because I knew that later we would want to pile all this into one box. Okay. Will we have a separate box for the modern and for the sci-fi? We'll tackle that when we get to that point. Quite possibly. So, have a great day, everybody. And I hope you enjoyed this.